I've bought this old lamp off eBay for 99p. It's absolutely battered, so I'm just going to try and tidy it up. There's a lot of broken parts on it that really won't be repairable, so I'm just going to clean it up, give it a tidy up, re-chrome the light lens cover, and I'm going to try and find a new light cover from eBay. The reason that it's so rusty, I think that at some point it's actually been on fire, because a few of the small pegs are actually bent away. So at some point it's probably been on fire. It's crazy that people keep this stuff and sell it on eBay, but it gives us something to do. This is just a liquid bath of degreaser. Once it's degreased, I'll give it a sandblast and make the metal look a bit more ready to be painted. A parts washer like this will cost you about £85 off eBay, and it's a handy piece of equipment to have in your workshop for cleaning parts down, especially if they're oily parts, because the liquid's a strong degreaser. The parts washer's taken off most of the surface rust, so now I'll move it into the sandblaster. I've changed from sand in my sandblaster to silicon carbide, which resembles small rocks. The reason that I did this is when I'm using the sand, as it hits the metal, it actually goes down into a fine powder, and then it makes it quite difficult to see the footage on the camera. On my sandblaster I have a hoover connected it, which sucks up any of the small particles and rust, which keeps the area quite clean and makes it a lot better for video footage. You always need one of these if you're going to video sandblasting, just to keep all the dust out the atmosphere. Now all the parts have been sandblasted, I just want to straighten a couple of the edges out with a rubber mallet against a steel background. And I've noticed that there's a small crack in the corner, so the only real way to do it is with a silver rod and flux. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward to do these welding rods. You can get them from B&Q. They're in England, I don't know what the equivalent is in America, but B&Q sell these. Grind them back down and they actually give you quite a nice finish. These rods do a really nice job. You can solder thin things. It's a cross between soldering and welding, and it's really convenient that you don't have to use your welder. This is just a standard red powder coat. I'm just guessing that it was possibly this colour because there was no paint left on it, but it should give us a quite glossy finish. The metal's not very good, but it's a decent colour and it'll look nice on my workbench in my garage when it's finished. I put it into my homemade powder coat oven for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees. I've also done some of the small parts and just put a bit of silver powder coat on them, some chrome, and they're coming up quite nice as well. This is the chrome powder coat that you can just get standard off eBay. A little bit of advice: if you are doing any chrome powder coat, you need about 4 or 5 coats of it on, one after the other, just to get it smooth. But once it's sanded, it does actually look pretty much like chrome, to be fair. Now the actual face of the light is done, I just want to paint around the bezel, I don't actually have any white or cream powder coat, I've actually run out, so I'm just going to use paint. I think it'll still come out really nice. Once it's painted, I'll put it in the powder coat oven, only at about 30 degrees. I use my powder coat oven to dry all my paint, and it should come out really nice. This is a small brass handle off the power button. I won't be able to use the old system, I'm going to put a new LED in it, but it'll still be nice to have a little brass feature on it as well, so I'm just going to polish it up. Unbelievably, I managed to find another light lens on eBay. It was on an auction for 99p, nobody bid on it, I was the only one. So I got it for 99p and £2 postage. To be honest with you, it looks pretty decent. So we'll give it a polish up and then get it put back on. The polish that I use to polish glass is G3, which is an abrasive car polish compound. It's the most abrasive one that you can get for polishing cars, and it does really well on glass. I've removed the bezel from the oven, powder coating oven, the paint looks great, came out better than expected. I ordered a couple of parts from Amazon. I ordered some new white LEDs and a battery holder. They cost me about £10 for both. The hole in this old light is about 7mm and the new LED, the bezel's about 13mm, so I just need to drill it out a couple of millimeters. I know people don't like to change old items, but the fact that this has been on fire, it seems the only way to do it, because there's just no parts available for this, and you know there's probably a million of these lights kicking about in the world, so it's not anything unique. But it'll still make a nice piece to go on my workbench in the garage. Some people just restore things just for something to do. I'm that type of person. I just like to clean things up. I'm not the best at it, but it gives you some pride at the end of it, and I suppose it's better than sitting playing on a computer game or watching Netflix all night. At least you've got something at the end of it to show for it, and something that you enjoy doing. I get a lot of comments on my restorations from people saying that I'm doing things wrong, but I do appreciate the people that do comment and give me advice so I can get better on my next one. And I do read the comments and take the advice away from it. Just remember in life that not everybody can be the best at everything, but everybody can try. I don't think I'm ever going to be the best at doing restorations, no matter how much I try, but I will keep trying, and I'll hopefully get a little bit better. This is just a standard black silicone that I'm using here, just to hold the bulb into the bezel. And then once I've soldered the cables onto the back of it, I'll fill it with a little bit more silicone. It just helps to hold it in. I'm just sliding a little bit of heat shrink over one of the cables just so they can't touch each other, and then now I'm going to fill it with a little bit of just standard black silicone from the Builder's Merchant, nothing special. So this is the light before, pretty rusty, been on fire I think. And then let's have a look at it after. Just remember guys, you can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter, and that's what this is. Still works, still got a bit of light on it, still look nice on the mantelpiece, but I don't think it'll be ever winning the Antiques Roadshow. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world with the coronavirus, so I hope everybody's safe, and if you've got to stay in the house, why don't you do a restoration video, and I'll comment on yours and see how you get on. Right, see you next time guys, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it.